We are live. We are back here today again. Happy Wednesday. Super excited to be back here. Your Business in Digital. I am Tamara Mon Louis, and this one is a special episode this evening because we are doing a quick workshop for Global Entrepreneurship Week. So thank you for everyone who is joining us today to listen to us talk about, preparing your business for the future with AI, because we understand that AI is here to stay. And we really want to give you some practical solutions for using AI in your business. And we want to talk about that from the sales perspective, from the finance perspective, from the operations and digital infrastructure perspective, as well as from the marketing perspective. I know there are a lot of AI conversations out there, but we really want to simplify things for you, so you can really start using AI in a way that makes complete sense for your business. So let's go to the intro. All right. So glad to be here celebrating global entrepreneurship with you guys. We talked about it this morning on the show, but now we are back and we are here to do this amazing workshop. So I am going to round robin across the room and have everyone introduce themselves. Andrea, I'm going to kick it over to you to introduce yourself.
All right. Oh, good night, everyone. Welcome to our special edition of Your Business in Digital. I am Andrea Ragoo, and I am your virtual CFO. I help you manage your money so that it doesn't manage you. I help you to develop sustainable financial systems for your small business so that you make better financial decisions and see growth in your business.
Go for it, Michelle.
Hello, everyone. We are delighted to be here. I am Michele Gordon. I specialize in helping businesses bring your sales and pricing strategies to fruition, help you to find your differentiators, your lanyard that's something extra for your business so that you may have business come in a sustainable fashion for the long haul. We want you here for longevity. So thank you and welcome into our Your Business and Digital community.
Good night, welcome. I am Michael Wiltshire, Director of Business Development and Sales at Monovan Digital and Operations as well. And as Tamara said, we're here to simplify things. Glad to be here for Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Yeah, yes. And I am Tamara Mon Louis. I'm the founder of Monovan Digital Marketing Solutions, where we really help businesses navigate the digital landscape. And I am super excited to be here. This is one of my favorite times of the year. We're celebrating entrepreneurship. So yay! Let's have some fun. And of course, today, as I mentioned, our workshop is really about preparing your business for AI, right? We know that AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So, we want to talk to you a bit about how we can explore AI through the real business perspective, right? Because what's important to your business, when you're thinking about your business, you're thinking about finance, you're thinking about that digital infrastructure. And of course, you're thinking about sales, and you have to be thinking about marketing. So we want to give you some practical solutions to really, how do I incorporate AI into this? Do I already use tools that have AI in them? How do I simply use this to get the most out of it so you can become efficient, maximize, and really get to that earning potential using AI? So welcome to the conversation. We'll definitely have time for questions. So pop your questions in the chat. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on LinkedIn, if you're watching us on Facebook, just drop your questions in the comments. And of course, we'll make some time for those questions. So I'm going to kick it over to Andrea to talk a little bit, to kick us off and talk a little bit about the finance side of things with digital. I'm sorry, scroll back. By the end of this, here's what you'll understand. You will better understand how to streamline your digital marketing strategies, how to enhance sales and marketing, how to optimize pricing strategies, and how to really make sure that you have a sustainable, financially resilient business while reducing costs. That's what you're going to walk away with at the end of this. So now I'm going to kick it over to Andrea. Go for it, Andrea.
All right. Okay, great. So we are going to talk about how AI can help your small business as it pertains to finance and the financial operations. Right now, the good thing is AI exists in all parts of your business, as you will see in our presentation. Everybody's going to talk about how AI impacts the different parts of the business. But as it pertains to finance, AI generally helps in financial operations by reducing costs, promoting some efficiencies, and enhancing the overall digital landscape of your small business. That's the key things that you get from AI as it pertains to financial operations. Now, let's talk about three main areas that AI can help you with. So, how does it actually work? Well, you have three main areas. You have the automated bookkeeping and accounting, you have expense management, and you have cash flow forecasting. Let's talk a bit about how AI is helping you achieve each one of these things. So, with automated bookkeeping and accounting, what you see with AI is generally AI powered tools that can automate these routine bookkeeping tasks. So, your data entry, your invoice processing, and even your reconciliation. And with this automation, what you're going to see is that it helps to reduce errors and it frees up your time, or even your employees' time if you have employees, to focus on more strategic initiatives of your business that could literally bring more money into the bank, right? Remember, things like routine tasks like bookkeeping and data entry, while it is really important for your financial operations, it can be automated. And by automating, it would lead you to a level of efficiency. The other place that you want to look at AI would be under your expense management. So, leading in from the automated parts of the data entry, AI could then streamline the expense tracking and manage and automate the categorization of your expenses. So, think about that. So, what it's basically doing is entering the information for you, but also telling you, of course, based on the rules that were set out, well, what type of expense is this? And what does that lead you to do? Well, this will ensure compliance with your own policies. If you had set a budget, if you had said that you only wanted to spend a certain amount on a particular category of expense, by the automatic categorization of your expenses, this could help keep you in line with the budget that you kept for yourself. So AI could prove very useful in expense management. Another area that you can look at is cash flow forecasting. So, with the AI algorithms in these financial solutions, what it actually can do is analyze your historical financial data, look at trends, and provide you with some accurate cash flow predictions. So, this allows you to make more informed decisions. This allows you to make better decisions about how you're going to spend your money and how you're basically going to manage the money. And again, by the use of AI, you're reducing the human error element when you try to do things manually. So those are the three main areas. Of course, AI could help in a lot of other ways, but these are the three main areas that I wanted to highlight for small business owners, that when you think about AI in your financial operations, where they can assist you. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how does it actually manifest itself in cost savings and financial resilience? How does it actually contribute? Well, let's look at it. If I'm removing repetitive tasks like invoice management and data entry, I'm actually reducing personnel costs, right? I no longer have to have a specific person dedicated to doing that. So by eliminating manual labor, I'm eliminating the cost that's associated with that, but I'm also eliminating the risk of human errors. When we do things, manually, there's a higher risk and a probability of errors. So we're saving time and we're saving money as it pertains to reduction of personnel costs. The other thing that it can help with is productivity. So by the removal of these tasks and freeing up your time, you and your employees are actually focusing on more strategic and value-added activities. Think how much time you spend behind entering expenses on a spreadsheet. That time could be spent behind a revenue generating activity. And by focusing on revenue generating activities, you're eventually enhancing your profitability and enhancing your financial growth in the business. And another place that you could think about in terms of how it contributes is data driven decision making. So just like we spoke about with the cash flow and the prediction and the projections, the AI tools are coming with analytics that can help you make more informed decisions based on the data that it provides. So again, reducing costly errors and allows you to have strategic planning information that allows you to just make better decisions. So with good predictions comes better decision making that fuels your financial growth. So how do you streamline? How do you actually bring this to fruition now? So of we have an understanding of how it can help. We know the areas it's helping in, and we're seeing the actual cost. But how can you actually do it? Well, the AI tools, AI is coming in most of the accounting solutions now. So tools like QuickBooks, Zero, Zoho, Sage, all of them offer a significant amount of automation that a small business can adopt. And again, freeing up employees to focus on higher value activities, removing routine tasks. These tools allow for things to be scanned and uploaded automatically into your system. It's coding everything for you. So there is the streamline. That is how it gets streamlined. It's removing the blockages in the process. It's removing the manual parts of the process. And then further, you can further take it now to use the tools to do things like sending out your invoices automatically. So you never have to remember. You can set auto reminders. Think about these payment reminders going out to customers automatically without you having to manually write it down or manually remind yourself to go and send it. So this is how the tool starts to streamline your financial processes. Further streamlining could then occur if it's integrated with other applications that are used in the other parts of the business, thereby continuously removing that manual intervention. And as we get in further along into this workshop, the other presenters, Michele and Michael, will talk about the other tools that are available. Think about how the financial tool can integrate with those tools to further the process along to the point where you can actually have an end-to-end process with AI applications helping you along the way. However, the key to remember as we talk about AI and as we continue with this workshop and everybody will say that these tools will only work as good as what you program it to do. A lot of times solutions are implemented but never really optimized. So the features need to be reviewed to determine which ones will work best for you and give it the information that it needs to give you the answers to the questions that you're asking about your financial process. Right? So that's it. That's my presentation.
So thank you, Andrea. That was amazing and such a great way to really connect the dots with how finance works with AI. Because as you said, right, everything has its AI components. It's really about that utilization. So now we're going to kick it over to Michele to talk a little bit about sales, because sales is ever so important. So let's jump into Michele talking a little bit about sales. Go for it, Michele.
I am so delighted to be here to talk about both the sales and the pricing aspects and how AI is a real pivotal component. It is the star of our show in many instances, literally, when we speak about how AI is impactful in the sales arena, specifically in helping us to enlighten and engage our customer performance for engagement. Key information provided and efficient help us to automate our tasks and overall improve our sales task. And I believe 5 pivotal ways. Now, I've narrowed it down to 5, but there are a number of other ways. But these are some of the 5 highlighted areas that I thought would be important to speak about. Leading with what I said, first of all, with the customer segmentation and the insights that are provided. When we're looking at the data sets that are provided, that our AI can look at, it's really important for us to lean in and identify the information that AI can provide, because what it does is it helps to look at patterns of clients, what their demographics are, their behavior and their preferences. By looking at this information together holistically and allowing AI to serve that information up to us in a specific way, by analyzing that data, we're able to look at the leads that come in and tailor our strategies against it so that we are looking at the information in a concise way that's going to allow us to have the correct conversation, using our strategies to convert our sales and improve our success rates with that segmented, targeted client that we have coming in. Now, we have the targeted client, we understand the demographics and how they react to things. The next place that we're looking to go into is to understand with the client what those leads are. And because AI is involved in helping us to generate the leads, it helps us to analyze that information, again, prioritizing and focusing on those leads that are best for our business, that are most likely to convert. We're able to look at that information, move the noise out of the way, and focus on those that we will have a higher success rate with, that are our people for our business, that are the right targets, and convert those leads. In addition to that, we're all familiar with chatbots. Chatbots are pivotal in the sales process as well, and they are key in our success and conversion, because it will allow us to respond to clients when we're sleeping, when we're busy and working on other components of our business, because it can help us to manage the inquiries, answer questions a client may have, the popular ones, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and engage with those visitors to our website so that we can keep the cycle moving and moving our clients along on that sales journey. The third component on the sales cycle component I think is pivotal is that think about the visualization and the image recognition. We all buy with our eyes. We lean in, and decisions are made because we see something that that resonates with us, and it becomes an experiential type of purchase for us as a person, but even for your clients. AI is pivotal for us in this respect because it can provide information to our clients and enhance that customer experience. It can search our products, and using the images, serve back up to your potential client recommendations or a visual that will be important to them and make it easy for them to not only find what they need within your product and service set, but it also can help them to convert that sale because you're providing something to them that meets their pain, meets their request and their concern, and help to move that sale to and through the yes component of the sales cycle. And again, leaning into what I just said, the fourth piece that we're looking at is personalization. AI can help you to understand and analyze your customers' preferences and behavior, and based upon what that learning shows to us from AI, suggest that personalized product for the client that's coming through, recommend a specific service or a bundling. And because AI is giving that suggestion on what the behavior tells us, it's going to help to then serve up the best offer at the right time that will help to convert that sale for us. And finally, the fifth component in the sales component that we're looking at is sales predictions. We're all in this to make money and to meet our revenue goals. And this will help us. AI will help us to understand by looking at the nature of the sales that you've had in your client base. It will take the data, mix the information up, and help you to predict what the future sales will be. What are your trends for your business? It will help you to then, because you have the data to make a decision, to understand what the strategy needs to be, because you have an informed base of information that will allow you to understand what inventory you need to have at hand, what staffing possibly you may need to have if you have a brick and mortar store, or behind the scenes for operations, what will you need to fulfill any order that comes through. And it will help you to really manage your overall business strategy because you have the information at hand and are able to predict the next steps for your business. Now, we've talked about sales and understanding how that works and how AI is really a business partner for you in your business success. But one of the key things in the sales process that we need to take a look at that Andrea kind of leaned into initially, but we're going to take it home a little bit, is talk about how AI handles and works with you and is the star of the pricing show as well. As a person that has a very heavy background in pricing and helping to understand how we bring that revenue in the door and flow a lot of it down to the bottom line, I really think that this is really important for us to understand so that we can take a look and make sure that we understand the components of it. Got it. Now, one of the things, we're staying within the sales realm. We can look at maintaining a competitive edge in selling because we are looking at a well-optimized pricing strategy here. Now, again, I'm big on the 5 and on the I components of this, and looking at how pricing and AI work hand in hand together, starting with dynamic pricing. We know that the competitive landscape changes at the drop of a dime. And we, by utilizing AI in an efficient manner, one of the really good things that you are afforded with AI is the ability to manage and understand the trends, real-time analysis, understanding what the competition is doing, what your client's behavior is on your site as they're going to specific products or services within your product set, and allowing you the information to adjust your pricing dynamically, to move it appropriately so that you can maximize your sales and the profitability that goes along with it. The next piece of it that I find that is really important for us to understand is the prediction, the predictive analytics that comes along with it, that historical information that AI takes and analyzes for you, helps you, again, tying back to what I said in the selling component, is to understand and forecast your future demand. It will help you to understand where you need to set your prices based upon what history is telling you and attract the customers at the right price point at the right time, thereby, again, helping you to maximize your sales. Customer segmentation is very key in the pricing significance for your business. The AI algorithms are key in this respect because it helps you to understand and analyze your customer data, identify the behaviors that go along with each one of your segments, understand the preferences that are there. And because you have that information handy and available to you in an efficient manner, you can tailor your pricing strategies for that specific customer in that particular segment and increase, again, the likelihood of converting that sale because you understand the price point that they need based upon those historical trends for that segmentation. Now, the fourth segment that we're looking at is the competitors analysis. This is really key for you because AI will take the emotion out of it for you. It will bring back to you the competitive pricing information. It will show you your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities, pricing threats that may be on the table, and allow you to analyze this information black and white so that you can then make decisions based upon market trends and where you need your pricing to be real time so that you may stay competitive and capture the market share that you're seeking. And finally, one of my favorite things that AI helps us with is A/B testing. AI can help to facilitate that A/B testing based upon different pricing strategies that you have in mind for your business. With experimenting with different variations of pricing, you're able to measure the impact of sales for your business and then identify the best pricing model that's the most effective for your products and or services for your business. Now, I've run through a lot, 5 and 5, so I gave you 10 things that help you in the sales and pricing arena, that AI really comes to the table and partners with you to help your business move forward in what I say a sustainable and profitable fashion in a way that shows you your lanyard, you're something extra so that your business can be around for the long haul and be with us forever. So I hope that this has been really, and I think next we did finance, and now I'm handing it off to Michael so that he can take us into the operations realm.
Thank you, Michele. I hope you all appreciate the masterclass that she just gave. Give her another round of applause, please. All right, so really happy to be here and continue the discussion of, preparing your business for the future with AI. And I'll be talking about infrastructure, your digital infrastructure. And today's world is digital, and a robust digital infrastructure is paramount for success. That's just what it is right now. It not only streamlines your operations, but it can serve a catalyst for sales growth, all that good stuff that Michele was just talking about. And I'm going to go in two parts. We're going to talk first about some of the areas that are impacted by your digital infrastructure. And then we'll go into some of the AI tools that are layered into that and how we're going to use them. So your first area, of course, is your operational efficiency. Now, this is something that you've got to be looking at as an entrepreneur to be increasingly more and more efficient in delivering your service and your product, in getting to market, as we say. So consider this. Consider that you are providing a service. Let's say you are doing a certain number of, let's say you are doing haircuts a number of times per day, and it takes you an average of an hour to do a haircut. So you manage to get that down to, say, 45 minutes. You've just saved 15 minutes. If you work an 8-hour day, I think, if my maths are right, and I hope Tamara isn't checking me in the background, you've just added 2 hours to your time. So that's what operational efficiency is about. It's giving you that room to handle more and to do it better, faster, right? So your digital infrastructure is really going to be key. It's going to be key when you're using digital tools to collaborate, to communicate, when you're using things like Google Workspace, Google Tools, and so on. If you're using Microsoft Teams, etc. All of these, you want to get into that game and make sure that you're leveraging this infrastructure to collaborate and communicate and foster more business as you grow and develop. You also want to look at, of course, the automation. And this is where we're going to start to get into a little bit of AI. But this automation is to streamline those repetitive tasks. There's a lot that you do in your business day to day that you're going to be doing that is just repetitive, that you just want to put on automatic. And that gives you time, again, to grow, to deal with more customers, to attract more, to deal with more. And you want that operational data. It's important as you start to grow to realize, to start to put times on things. How long does something take to produce? How long does it take to deliver to market? How long does it take for me to work with a specific client and deliver a result as per the contract, right? So you want to be able to track this data and then leverage that, because as you start to grow or outsource certain services for your business, you have an understanding of what you're dealing with, what things take, how long do things take, and what do they cost. Then you're looking at sales growth. And Michele just looked at one side of sales, and that's directly, getting that sale, getting that money in your cash register, right? Getting that money, I should say on your tap now, there's no more cash registers. But your online presence, your infrastructure is going to determine how easy it is to maintain it. And your online presence, meaning all your digital channels, your website, your social media, your email marketing, you need to be able to manage these platforms easily and regularly. It's also going to determine your customer experience. What kind of experience do they have when they visit your online presence, when they visit your website, when they're checking out, when they're doing a transaction? All of these things are now paramount because your competition is going to be literally one click away. Then there's customer relationship management, something that you want to get into early in the game. What are the systems you're going to use to track every customer interaction? You learn so much from these interactions, and it allows you to personalize those marketing efforts, of course, and enhance that overall sales experience. Then of course, everybody's thinking, hey, I'm going to be big, right? This is why we're here. We're entrepreneurs. We want to grow. So your infrastructure has to support that scalability. You're going to have more clients, more customers. How is your infrastructure going to handle that? Consider now, right now, with email marketing tools, you pay by the number of contacts you're marketing to. So as you grow, you don't want to be hamstringed into a position where, listen, I can't collect any more emails because I've actually maxed out my plan. So you want to think about that scalability. You want to think about how easy it is to adapt to changing trends online. And as we know, they change very regularly. They change, and they can change quite quickly. You want to make sure that that mobile experience is top notch. We are all on our phones. I'm sure a few of you are actually probably listening or watching on your phone. So you want to make sure that that mobile optimization is supported as well by a digital infrastructure. And then this is something you're going to hear each of us say. You've heard Andrea say it, you've heard Michele say it, and I'm going to say it. It's going to lend to the analytics, what data you're collecting, because that's going to tell you everything all in one. It's going to give you insights into your customer behavior. It's going to give you insight into market trends. It's going to give you competitive information. It's also going to tell you where you need to improve, where are some friction points within your business. And you want to use those analytics and insights, and those are coming from your infrastructure, and you can only use what it's collecting. So if you have a website and you don't have Google Analytics attached, you can't really assess what's the performance of your marketing in getting people to your website and through your door and converting as customers. So I'm trying to keep it really simple here. And this is where this is why that digital infrastructure is so important to consider at this point. What are the pieces that you're going to need? Consider this building your house, and it's the house that was built on digital. And what are those components that allow for all of these things to happen? They may not happen all at once, but you want to make sure that you have that room to grow. Now that takes us into where AI is now a part of everything, and how you get prepared for AI in the future. So the first thing you want to consider is when you are evaluating your AI tools, you have to pay some attention to these areas. The ease of use. It's so important that it be a user-friendly and intuitive experience so that you can learn quickly how to adapt it without extensive training. So right now, all these AI tools are coming backed by a lot of, on the service side, a lot of webinars, a lot of workshops by the providers of the same AI tools. So you want to make sure that that AI tool is easy to use, because as you grow, as you look toward growth, you want to make sure that as you add team members, as you're using it in more areas in your business, that there's that adoption is simple, that it's not learning a programming language necessarily, but something that seamlessly fits into your day-to-day activities. You want to make sure that it integrates with the big platforms and here's where you can just think about all the major players, because they're the major players because that means that's where you'll probably have a presence with your business, right? So whether we're talking social media, whether we're talking e-commerce platforms, you want to make sure that the AI tools that you are using that they integrate seamlessly with these platforms. Do they integrate with Shopify? Does it integrate with a CRM like HubSpot? Does it integrate with your email marketing tool? And last but not least, what kind of training and support do you get from that AI tool that you're using, from the company that provides it? As I said, most companies now, you can find a wealth of information that's available for free and requires just registration for events, making sure you're signed up for their newsletters and so on, so that you get that ongoing training and support, because this is also a tool that's in development in itself. So you're always going to be learning new things. So you want to make sure that any AI tool that you have, it's not going to be an additional cost to get that training and support. that's just going to hamstring you. And we're just about avoiding obstacles at this stage of the game. So what are some of those AI tools that we're talking about? Here's where we can look at right now. So AI is not something separate, except for maybe because of how it was launched, we are familiar with ChatGPT, but it's being layered into a lot of the platforms that we're already familiar with. So one is HubSpot, which is a all-in-one solution, a CRM and marketing and sales solution. And they've layered AI in to every aspect of their all-in-one solution. So in marketing, you can use AI to generate captions, to generate email subject lines. You can use AI to actually do research, competitive research as well. How big is that when you're now getting going? Who else is in your space? What kind of market share are you getting into the game with? Who are your main competitors? It helps in your operations and service areas, automating the development of workflows. So we are accustomed with automations and workflows, and this is just saying, if this happens, do this. And the layering of AI is now going to do that for you. It's going to look at those key steps and then fill in the in-between. And that's where we look at a tool like ClickUp, a work management and project management tool. Again, AI within this product is going to allow you to do some data analysis, understand what are the subtasks that are relative to the main task that you're trying to accomplish. Then there's a tool which is a favorite of ours, Jasper.ai, a really well-rounded marketing tool for AI marketing tool. This can allow you to do anything in marketing and give you almost 100% original content. And that's something that I think they have ahead of the game. So, and of course, as we said, I started off with saying it, we're probably all familiar with ChatGPT. A resource to use with a pinch of salt. Just to be clear, with a pinch of salt, we can do all of these things. We can prepare, our presentations and so on, but make sure you're fact checking. Make sure that you're implementing and using an ethical operation of, where your content comes from. So that's infrastructure. AI is everywhere in infrastructure. I'm going to pass it on to Tamara. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing more than a few of you all grow and follow us more. I was like, they got cut short. Almost got a gong, it seems.
I know, right? Hey, boo. All right. No, awesome. We love the infrastructure conversation. It's such an important part of the AI conversation. So we've talked finance, we've talked sales, we've talked digital infrastructure, and now we're going to talk a little bit about the digital marketing, right? And I really want to simplify things in a way that is just like this whole thing is for us to be able to, for you to be able to walk away and utilize AI, understand how you're utilizing AI. We know that it is game changing to make us competitive in the landscape, right? As a small business, as a solo entrepreneur, you can find yourselves using AI and competing with the big brands, right? Making your things look really, really good, your marketing tools, your content. So we really want you to take AI and utilize it in a way that makes sense for the business. So how are you doing that for the marketing? For the marketing, it's really about where you can streamline things. It's about content creation. Everyone's talking about analyzing data. And I also want to talk about digital advertising. So now with content creation, you can use AI to quickly create content for you in the right way, right? Michael just talked about with a pinch of salt. You absolutely want to use it with a pinch of salt because you don't want it to take over your brand voice. So you want to make sure that when you're creating content and thinking about the content you're going to create, you're like, well, how does my brand voice fit in with AI? Does it sound, now we can tell when someone uses AI, you can be like, it sounds like AI. We say that all the time now, right? So you want to make sure that your content doesn't sound like AI. It sounds like your brand. So you want to think about what percentage of my content is, using that AI voice, and what's my tone of voice. So your brand comes into play really a lot here. You need to understand your brand voice. You want to use it to analyze data. So those tools that you're using, if you have analytics on your website, if you are building a website, you should have analytics. If you have a website, you should have analytics. You want to use the AI and the analytics tool, right? Google Analytics is now set up in a way where you can jump in and you can actually put in which page is the top performing page. So you want to make sure that when you're using the tools, you're understanding how much of this tool that I have is, how much of it is AI, and do I understand how to utilize it? Because if you don't know and you're not getting to that place of 100% utilization, you're not going to be saving time. You're not going to be efficient. And these things are all there to help you get to be efficient. Digital advertising. If you're running ads, if you're boosting a post on Facebook, if you're running Facebook ads from behind the scenes, there are ways for it to, it's all AI. So you're maybe you're just putting in your images, and then the AI tool is pulling together an ad for you. You're putting in versions of a headline, and the AI tool is pulling together the best version of the ad with the right copy for you, right? So you want to now pull back and say to yourself, what are the tools I'm using for my business? Am I using Canva for my business? How am I using Canva to How am I using the AI tool in Canva? Canva has this magical AI tool, and I think it's actually called Magic. But you can actually go into Canva and actually tell it about an image that you want it to create for you, and it will create that image. I tested it out today, and I went in and I put in, I'm like, create an image for me with a Rastafarian woman with a head wrap who is a little bit older. And that's exactly what it created for me. So you need to now look to see, if I'm using Canva, am I using Canva all the way through to create the content that I need? And then how am I branding that? So it's really a connection of all the things you need to do, right? You need to connect all the dots to make sure it's achieving your business goal, and then get to a place where you're like, is it happening faster for me? Am I doing this quickly, or is it taking me a lot of time? As you develop your AI process and your content creation process, in the beginning, it's going to take a little bit. Michael talked about that tool, Jasper. We utilize Jasper all the time, but in utilizing Jasper, we had to really understand what is the best way, what are the best prompts that I'm putting in, how detailed can I get? Am I writing a blurb that is detailed enough to tell AI what to do, so that you're getting the information that you need? And that's what's over time is going to help you get to a place where you're super, super efficient. So marketing becomes easier with AI, but there are some considerations. You want to have best practices for your brand. You want to look to see, hey, what type of content was I creating before that resonated with my audience? So you're not moving away from the core principles of what you've been doing, what has been working, but you want to lean into those, and you want to see, how can AI help me to be more efficient with that, right? So coming back to it, you can utilize AI to create content, analyze that data, and get you to a place where you're looking at digital advertising. Go for it. It's all good. Go to the next slide. So as I mentioned, you're already using some of these tools. So if you have Google Analytics in your website, I want you to go into Google Analytics. At this point, you should have Google Analytics 4. I want you to go into Google Analytics and put in some information, ask it a question, because it'll give you an answer. Now, you can't just ask it a random question, right? But ask Google Analytics, what's my top performing page? What countries do people come from? What is my time on site? You can ask it that information, and it will tell you. So now all of a sudden the analytics start making sense, because if you understand time on site, how many people are coming, that connects back to sales. It connects back to what you need to tell the operations team. It connects back to finance in the long run. So you really need to understand that, because that's the measurement there. If you're paying for a tool like Canva, you want to get to a place of 100% utilization, right? You can probably build out your presentations. You can build out your images. You can build out all the things you need to do to quickly create your content. If you are a solo entrepreneur, just think about that. Being able to create 30 days of content by simply putting the information in to say, I want this image to appear this way. And then using a tool like Jasper or ChatGPT or even Bard. Bard is the Google version of ChatGPT. If you are a Google user, you absolutely want to try utilizing Bard. It gives you the same information. Sometimes it's even a little bit better than ChatGPT. I know everyone likes ChatGPT, but try Bard, use it. So using a tool like Canva and Bard could really help you pull your social media content together. If you're writing a white paper, it could help you write that white paper if you're looking to be an industry expert. And you want to look at Facebook, Instagram, all those social media platforms that you're utilizing, and you want to see, hey, how are they using AI and how am I using AI? Because it means that if they're using AI, you're also using it, right? How does that algorithm work? So you want to know as much as possible so you can say, hey, if I'm going to run Facebook ads, I actually just need to put all my images in here and it does the work for me. And then it presents it to the right people based on those criteria that I've put in place. So leveraging AI for your business is one of the most important things you can do right now. But I want you to, before you go starting to use the new thing, I want you to take a step back and use everything in your toolkit, in your arsenal to 100% utilization. If you get to that place with it, then you are really ready to optimize and moving the needle forward. And then you can start looking at other new tools. Use the tools that you have right now. Use the AI features and everything, because AI is pretty much everywhere, right? So I'm going to bring the rest of the team to come back to the stage. Our goal for this workshop was to really show you how you as a small business can really focus in on these key areas of finance, your digital infrastructure, marketing, and sales, right? If you embrace this, you can really unlock a whole new world of potential. AI can be daunting. Everything in digital, it's constantly changing, it's constantly moving. It can be super daunting. It can be intimidating, but don't let it intimidate you. Look at what you have already. Look at your business goals. It starts with your business goals, right? AI doesn't happen without your business goals. It's not this thing that's going to do your business for you, right? It is simply a supplement. It's something that you can use along. It's a partner for you. AI is like your sous chef, as one of our guests once told us on the show, right? So you want to understand how you're utilizing AI and how it connects back to your goals. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to, if you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. I know you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, so we're happy to take your questions. And I'm going to pull it back to the rest of the team. Guys, this was really such a great way for us to talk about AI, the benefits of AI. How are you guys feeling about this Global Entrepreneurship Week presentation?
Listen, it just occurred to me as we were doing this presentation that this is a whole set of entrepreneurs, and every entrepreneur coming after them that are just going to be AI natives. We used to talk about digital natives, right? So these are now the AI. I don't know what to call them. Give me a term, Tamara.
No, but they are going to be AI natives, right? That they are going to be people who did not see their lives without AI, just like the kid that didn't see their life without a cell phone, right? So it's as we grow, as all this new technology comes on, yeah, think about that. There will be kids that'll be like da 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 using their AI, right? The kids who are already like, "Hey Siri," of course she's going to respond. But yeah, they're going to be AI natives, and we ourselves, it's almost like we have to get our AI visas.
Correct. And I'm glad that you honed in on that AI being your sous chef, being your assistant. I think there's so many activities you look at as an entrepreneur and you're like, well, how can I do this all? So AI really does step in to fill that gap.
I like the way that you put that, Tamara. It is, we're getting our passports. And I like to think, because I'm a heavy traveler, that we're trying to help our group here and those that are listening to consider CLEAR, TSA PreCheck, or Global Entry. We're trying to help you to find the easier path and expedite your path into this so that your business can move forward in sales and marketing, with your finance, with your operational component, because it is so key to you being successful, for your efficiencies, attracting the right clients into your business, and for your overall success. So embracing it is really important. And if we can help you to get through that lane a lot faster, we're here to help you to do that.
100%. Go for it, Andrea.
I really enjoyed this conversation. And I mean, you're right. We're going through this phase again. I remember when they said, we were the generation that, that saw technology develop. So we're the generation, we're the ones that made the transition. But there are people coming after us that have not a clue what dial-up is. So we've gone past that. My little cousins and stuff, they don't dial-up what? Everything is Wi-Fi now. And now they're coming into this space of ChatGPT and AI and things already when we're still looking at it the old way. Well, the old way, right? But I think it's a really fascinating time that we're in, where AI is permeating every aspect of your business. Even as an accountant, our profession, there are whole conferences that speak about how AI is impacting accounting, and there's a big question mark of, well, will accountants go extinct, right? But because if it's starting at the data entry, that's what I pointed out in my talk, right? At the basic level, it's already there. These apps are taking away that clerical level work for you and doing it for you. So it's really fascinating to see how game changing AI is for a business owner. I think it's a great time to be a business owner. I think it's a great time to be a solopreneur because you could do you well. I say it very cautiously. You could do it all, right? But with the help of AI and with the proper use of AI, because as I said, it will only give you as much as you give it, right? And if you optimize it the right way, as we always like to say tomorrow on the show, optimizing, right? So it will only work as well as you set it up. But I think this was great. I really hope that entrepreneurs take away what we said and start practical. Just pick one. If you're not sure which area to start, take an area and pick apart what we said and see what you can implement.
All right, so I have a little bit of housekeeping to do. So if you want to connect with us, I am Tamara Mon Louis. You can connect with me at monovandigital.com, on Facebook at Monovan Digital, on Instagram at Monovan Digital, on YouTube at Your Business in Digital, and on LinkedIn at Tamara Mon Louis. Let's go. Who's next? If you want to connect with Michele, tell people where they can connect with you.
You may find me with Lagniappe Digital on Pick a Place, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or here on the website at lagniappedigital.com. Happy to help you. And thank you for joining us. We hope that you found this valuable, and we're here to help you to move your business to your next phase in a sustainable and profitable way. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, me. So you can find me at yourvirtualcfonow.com. You can find me on LinkedIn under my name, Andrea Ragoo. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook as well, Your Virtual CFO 868. And I'm actually on TikTok as well. It's not on the slide, but you can find me at Your Virtual CFO 868 on TikTok. I'm trying out some things there, so head on over and see if you like what you see.
And I was going to say, find me everywhere Monovan Digital is, the same places. monovandigital.com, on LinkedIn, Michael Wiltshire, on Instagram at Monovan Digital. So, yep. Anywhere Tamara is, basically, I'm probably in the same space.
100%. Well, guys, this was a great conversation. So if any of you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us. You have our information. We are here to support you. Thank you, Youth Business of Trinidad and Tobago, for giving us the opportunity to present at Global Entrepreneurship Week. It is always a great time, and we want to make sure that we are supporting entrepreneurs in this, in scaling, growing their businesses. If you're just starting your business, we understand what that work looks like. We understand that again, these new technologies could be a little bit crazy. There's so many fads, there's so many trends, but stay true to yourself, stay true to your business, stay true to your business goals, because that's what matters at the heart of everything, right? AI is not going to do everything for you. You need to stay true to your business goals and see how that aligns with everything you do. So every decision that you make, just put your business goals first. All right, 100%. So thank you so much for joining us. You can also check out our podcast, Your Business in Digital. We did a special episode today for Global Entrepreneurship Week, but check us out. Connect with us on YouTube at Your Business in Digital, on LinkedIn at Your Business in Digital, and you can also check us out wherever podcasts are found. We really help you stay connected with what's happening in the digital space and really think about your business in digital. We really want to help you get to that place of money in the bank through your digital and your digital marketing activities. So thank you so much for joining us. Have an amazing, amazing day. And we will see you guys next Global Entrepreneurship Week. Take it easy. Take care. Bye.